right, folks. Welcome back to PEG Wrestling, baby. We are here. Conference championships. It was mayhem. Absolute mayhem. As Shane Sparks said it best, it was mayhem today, folks. In the conference championships, upset central. We're here. We're going to break it down as much as possible. It's a very sad Penn State fan. I want to shout out before we get started, Wrestle Madness, folks. If you're not in Wrestle Madness, if you didn't participate, you kind of missed out. I know we had some big participants this week, and shout out Wrestle Madness. But listen, what are your initial thoughts there, sad Penn State fan Wayne?
I don't know what to say. I'm ready to burst, and now you're over there. Look, dude, I'm like number 2. I'm number 24 out of 681 people in the daggone madness. Bam!
Of course you would say that, but you must have picked some Penn State losers. You must have picked some Penn State losers then, is that right?
Yeah. You know, that's that daggone madness. You think you're doing bad, and you look at it, and I'm shocked. I'm number 2 for OG, Madness OG. I'm number 2 in BEG. And, by the way, I have a little side bet with this one annoying member of our fantasy. He's annoying. He's like a mosquito. Just won't get away. He's tied with me.
There were some mosquito wrestlers. Cole? Are you talking about Cole? He's in the comments.
Cole. That's Cole.
No, he's boys.
I've never seen anybody so lucky in all my life, Zach.
Well, you got a lot of work to do, and apparently maybe so does Penn State, because it did not go as maybe a lot of us had expected tonight. As if you're a Penn State fan, let's start here, folks. We got the brackets, we got the semifinals, we got the results, and there were so many upsets, so many things to talk about. It's almost hard to fathom, really.
I know,
but let's start.
But I gotta start with this, Zach. All the times we get on this and we complain about this, complain about that, Look, BTN did a bang up job, and as I was watching the multi-view earlier before the semis. By the way, how awesome is the multi-view?
Incredible.
But it was the most perfect thing that the announcer was doing an awesome job. BTN was doing an awesome job. They were giving stats on the bottom. Everything went flawlessly. All the times we bust on someone, whether it's Flo or BTN or someone for messing it up, I'm taking right now to say, awesome job, BTN. Thank you. This is the greatest time of the year. I look forward to this day for almost 11 and a half months. And I'm telling you, it lived up to everything. And I'm mad. Wait till we get into some of these Penn State matches. But, Zach, did you enjoy this today overall?
I want to say, no, incredible. And I want to say especially paralleled next to the Big 12 conference, which I was watching those semifinals. Maybe my computer and my TV was jacked up. I don't know. Not even an announcer. Come on, dude. Big 12 finals parallel with Big 10. Big 10 here, way up here. Big 12 down here. Come on, step it up. Richardson, throw some money to the Big 12 conference. Come on.
Yeah, and, before we dive into the Big 10, can we bring up the fact that, 141 is a mess right now. Alirez lost, Mendez lost, Bartlett lost. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself, but Figs lost. I mean, that whole Big 12 tournament, did you look at the bracket on the Big 12 tournament yet, Zach?
I know.
It's a mess.
Unbelievable upsets. I don't even want to look at my Wrestle Madness on Big 12, but maybe I have a better chance on there. I don't know, but yeah, it's craziness. It's mayhem in the Big 12 and Big 10. Everything we thought we knew, we don't know nothing now. Going into NCAAs.
The thing about wrestling, whether you're wrestling or whether you're playing Madness, boy, you'll get humbled, won't you? That's the thing about wrestling, and that's the thing I always preach to kids. This will grow you. Because when you start to think you're a big old bag of chips, it'll humble you. And I gotta say, today was so awesome, Zach. I swear.
But you got humbled a little bit, right? As a Penn State fan, right? A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of both. A little bit of both. I mean, little doll. I was just thrilled.
All right, let's start
Tell
there.
me,
Let's start at 125. I
okay,
got it up there. It was Ramos Lillendahl. That's what we expected the semifinals to be, folks. It was a 1 in the 4 seed, but it was Lillendahl beating Ramos and beating him pretty bad, 12-4. To go into the finals. On the other side, it was Dean Peterson and Caleb Smith, with Caleb Smith beating Dean Peterson 3-1 in sudden victory. I'll say this before I want to get your thoughts here. After the first match from Ramos, where he did pin, who'd he pin? What's his name? Tough Kid. Pinned him, but it was overtime. Sudden victory. I thought Lillendahl's winning this. And Lillendahl is now my favorite to win the NCAAs. Your thoughts here? This might be the only way for Penn State fans you're happy at.
well, in all seriousness, Lillendahl has to have a game plan where he's on his feet because he's just unbelievable on his feet. His speed, his angles, his movement, everything about Lillendahl. 125, you can't really pick. Who can pick a winner? You can't throw out Ramos and say he can't come back and win. I mean, there literally are 8 to 12 guys that could win, and it's not going to be shocking. But if I had to step up and say, okay, I'm giving this much of an edge to somebody, it's Lillendahl because of his skills, his speed, he just looked incredible. I mean, who would have thought Lillendahl would have thought that?
No, and not only that, I mean, we talked about the lessons that he learned leading up to this. You know, he lost some matches leading up to this, and I questioned leading up earlier this week, did he learn enough lessons to separate himself? And it looks like he has. I mean, but him going up against Caleb Smith in these finals, how do you foresee that going? I mean, Caleb Smith is tough. I could see this. I could see Lillendahl losing to Caleb Smith in the finals. I don't recall if they've wrestled before, but go ahead.
Well, we've seen multiple matches where it was a major, and not only was it no longer a major, the whole match flipped. And we've seen them, two of them back to back in this early in this Big Ten semis. And I know Lillendahl beat Smith earlier, and I wanted him to get a shot again at both Peterson and McCrone. And that's not going to happen. Maybe it'll happen in 2 weeks at Nationals. But all I'm saying is I'm feeling good about Lillendahl a lot.
Yeah,
I like how he looked.
Luke looked great.
I liked how he looked, and yeah, and there's quite a few. You know, right now at 25, there's guys that we thought the whole year long, this is top tier. Throw the tiers out the window. There's like one tier that has 8 guys easily. And
Fair.
so that's going to be fun. But like I said, if just off of skills alone, if he wrestles the right match and he has the right game plan, Luke Lillendahl is going to be a national champ this year.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I feel like after this tournament. Going into this tournament, I thought it was Ramos. Ramos did not look great, but that, you know, on the other, we'll see tomorrow, folks, with Caleb Smith and Lillendahl in the finals. But it does take us. Let's move on to 133 because, you know, it got dicey here as the weights got later. But go ahead. What?
You know how I like to jump around, Zach. So just ride with me here. You know, old Bartlett could learn a thing or two from Luke. That when you're behind a guy, you're both on your feet, and he does the Granby as you're trying to return him. Luke knows how to let it go, let the rolling and the bowling and the all around happen, and then just don't try to follow. Just let it go and retake charge. That was beautiful how he did that with Ramos. That's how Bartlett lost. Are we at Bartlett yet? Oh no. Let me complain about Davis a little bit first.
All right, let's talk about 133. Davis. Yep, go ahead.
You know, Davis, Zach, He's great. I love him. I like his attitude. He doesn't seem to get phased. He's got skills. He's got, like, say, Braden Davis makes it to the finals at Nationals. I'm not completely shocked, except for this one thing. I want to say right now, I don't take the Stevensons, throw them away, take all the big names, throw them away. We're not, you might not like this guy, but we're not giving Carter Starachi enough credit. As I study his wrestling, he is so in tune with his basic weight, where he's at, where he needs to be. He's literally impossible to beat, unless you're like world class or something. For another college kid to beat him, I don't know. And of course, Stevenson's got more natural skills and his movement for his size, and we don't see that often with that size. But Starachi is one of the most solid wrestlers I've ever seen, as far as just never getting out of position, never doing something stupid. Which I've seen multiple stupid things from Davis. I've seen stupid things from Bartlett. I've seen stupid things from Van Ness. And I mean, we've been wrestling for a long time now, boys. And I know, we all want to be happy. We're happy, just like Coach says. We're happy. We're happy. Okay, it's time to get serious. It's time to win a match now.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the Penn State Magic seems the spell didn't work tonight, did it? Really, overall, and we'll get into it. I mean, Andrew Fountain in the comments says 141 seeding at NCAA is going to be crazy. I agree.
Oh yeah, I have no clue how they're going to do that. I used to call Aaron Brooks the what did I call him, Zach? Do you remember that? But I got a name for Carter Starachi. He's my recliner. As soon as I see Starachi come up, I can relax in my recliner, stop worrying. Please don't do something stupid here. Please don't
Carter recliner Starachi, and it was so solid. It was Aaron warm blanket Brooks, if you remember.
That's it. That's it. It was warm blanket. Well, Carter is my recliner. And I can relax in my recliner. As soon as Carter comes up, I am totally blown away with McAnally. McAnally doesn't have a chance. I'm just going to say that to everybody. He might keep it close, but it won't be close. And
it might be close because McAnally looks
don't get delusional over there on me. Come on now.
All right. Well, you're the one jumping all around here. Let's go back to 133. It was Davis. He did his thing and lost, and he's up and down, and we kind of said he's up and down all year. But Drake Ayala defeated Shawver 8-2 to go on to the finals, and then it was Bird versus defeating Braxton Brown 5-1. Is this the only chalk? There's not a lot of chalk, but this one was pretty chalk. Ayala looked good, Bird looked good. Not a lot to talk about here at this weight. And you got any comments before we move on?
Okay, the wrestling just stopped. I needed some time to calm down because I really get worked up. You guys on your phones and the texts and stuff, I don't know how you do that while the wrestling's on. I got one thing to do, watch the wrestling. You guys are multitaskers over there. I hear my phone ding, ding, ding. I can't keep up with that. I got some wrestling to watch. I know this, that Rini impressed me. I mean, he gave Ayala all he could handle. Yes, it was like 12-9. And Davis had to fight and claw and scratch to get by Rini. I was happy to see Braden Davis fight back through, but I think this Bird Ayala match in the finals, I think Bird's got some momentum. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to tell you, Zach, right now, this is not structured day because we're going to jump all over the place. I watched all of Iowa, and I know we're at just at 133. I got to say this. Let's do that a little bit later.
What? Say it.
I don't think Iowa can be real happy right now.
Iowa's not happy. Nebraska team scores I don't have. Third. Yeah, Nebraska's second. Yeah. Yikes.
I thought to myself, Now, Bob Nichols, I bet, is kind of like me. He knows a lot. He knows a good bit about wrestling, but he doesn't know the inside. He doesn't know. He's not part of the team. He doesn't know the stuff that only the coaches and the wrestlers know. And they must get frustrated with us regular fans because we're out here screaming about this and that, and we really don't understand the whole inside workings of stuff. But if I was Bob Nichols and you were Tom Brands, this would be what, dude, I'm giving you mountains of cash over here, underperforming. We're third place after all the money I spent. I mean, what the heck is going on? I mean, we got Ayala, we got Buchanan, and we got Caliendo. I mean, daggone, I thought we had a absolute team to push Penn State.
Now we're fighting. Am I Tom Brands? But,
yeah.
Calm down, Bob. Calm down, Bob. Okay? Do you want us to win this year? I could have started Angelo if I wanted. Do you want it now, or you want me to build a dynasty, Bob? What do you want, Bob? You want money now, or you want more return later?
No. Let me tell you something, Tom. Look, I'm the one throwing all the cash out here. And I'm just going to say it. I don't care how you do it. Whatever you're doing over there, I don't care. Get it done, dude. Get it done, dude. I got UNA over there. I can go down the road here if you want me to. I can take my bank truck and we drive down to UNA.
Well,
so
you know what,
you
Bob?
better start.
Okay, Bob, you know what? All this money. Maybe you need to throw me a little bit more money. Because from what I hear, Penn State's got even more. Penn State's got even more. From what I hear, I don't know.
Hey, God. I'm starting to think I might change sports. Maybe I'll support a back a golfer. I'm up to here with wrestling and third places.
All right. Well, you know what? It didn't happen at this weight in 133. It didn't happen with Ayala. He did his job. Drake Ayala did his job. Find those shirts.
Yes, he did.
In the BEG store.
But why I brought that up is I'm gonna say I got a hunch Bird takes this. He's got that girlfriend that's so much taller than him, and they're on social media and the craze of social media because real tall girl looks weird, real tall girl, real short Bird, and didn't you ever see that?
No.
Yeah, his girlfriend, maybe they're engaged or something. Like she's a whole head taller than him, and it's almost like, is that your child? No, I'm just kidding, Lucas. But
I'm actually not a stalker on social media.
Yeah, they're real big on social media, but I mean, ever since he tore up Davis and he's looking good here, things aren't going great for Iowa. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Cardenas beat Buchanan. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bird beat Ayala. Some guys are already out. Daggone Cruz. Everybody was hopeful with Cruz. He's out. Shriver, he's out. Daggone Teamer's out. But we'll get there. I'm sorry. There. I'm jumping around.
We're not there yet. Around. It was Ayala doing his job, but as we move on to 141, it was Bo Bartlett. You want to talk about, you're on here as a Penn State fan down in Tom Brands, dude, and we're about to just go on a run of Penn State underperformers. I mean, the audacity out of you. Unbelievable. Speaking of underperformers, 141, Bo Bartlett loses to Von Bar 4-3. Yikes. And on the other side, what the heck is going on at 141? Because Alirez also lost, and Mendez loses to Hardy. Credit to you, though. You said look out for Hardy going into this week. Yeah. Hardy beats Mendez 9-8, so it's the matchup everyone expected. Hardy and Von Bar in the finals, folks. What the heck happened there? Penn State Wayne?
I don't know, and I have no clue how to wrap your brain around how they're going to seed nationals. I don't. I do know this. I always thought Hardy's right there with the other three, but is it the other three? And everybody had Alirez and Mendez and Bartlett in that top tier. I think at the very minimum, you can put Hardy in that tier now too. I don't know about the freaking Minnesota boy.
Von Barr in that tier as he defeated Bartlett. Yeah, I mean, are you kidding me? Bartlett maybe looking past a little bit. I don't know.
This is and by the way, all the Iowa people here, we got all these new subscribers and stuff. I got a hunch there's a lot of Iowans. They're probably cussing me out right now, and I'm just kind of picking, folks. I love competition. Okay, I'm not going to say something real nasty about Iowa. You have to admit they're not exactly. You can't say they're overperforming right now.
Well, neither do
with
Penn
that
State.
With that said, a portion of Penn State's not overperforming either. So I guess it goes all around. Here's the thing about Bartlett. I thought it was a horribly wrestled match, and the first takedown, I thought, that's strange. He didn't even seem to fight that much. It almost like he conceded the takedown. And we don't have time to get into the details of every individual match because there's so much to talk about. But daggone, it was weird. It was weird. Both him and Van Ness. Oh, so livid mad, Zach. And I was thinking, they got videos out on social media where, look at Penn State, we're just having fun in the background. Okay, they're lucky I'm not a daggone assistant coach because I'd be saying, it's time to put the fun away if you're going to be wrestling like a buffoon. If you're going to be wrestling like that. And the one I'm most mad at is Van Ness. But Bartlett, dude, okay. At least he didn't do this. Give me a big smile at the end after he lost. Please, show me that losses hurt you as much as they do me. And I got a hunch the one secret thing we don't, or the one element about Penn State we don't understand, Cael does not like to lose. Now, he may not scream and yell like, regular fan over here does, but I bet you he's got that look.
He got that passive aggressive. He lets it build up inside.
That stern stare and I got a hunch he had one for both Bartlett and Van Ness.
Bartlett's got to go back to Bonnie. He's got to go back to Bonnie. Clearly, it's been too long since he's seen Bonnie. He just put out the special in Big Ten about how Bonnie helped him out. Well, yeah, you might need to go back and see Bonnie. I don't know. Maybe before you see Cael, because Cael's clearly not happy here. But shout out to Von Barr there. He did his job. He worked for that, man. He earned that. And then on the other side, Hardy. It came down to the final seconds there up against Mendez, and he earned it.
He earned it. He earned it. Now, and the weird thing is, Zach, and we had a kid from you guys' high school that he broke the school record with wins, and we were all rooting for him, and we were thinking he's going to have a tough finals match at States. This is a high schooler. They do this big interview with him. And as soon as an interview's done, I don't care if it's high school or college or something. And I just think, man, you know what? If I was really focused and wanted to win, I'd tell the interviewers, go away. Well, let's talk after the season. I don't want you and me to, like AJ and his little interview. And now I hear he's poised. The older I get, Zach, the older I get, the less I'm impressed when someone's telling me they're poised. Just show it.
How about shout out Piles and AJ? They made up. They clearly made up, and there was a very long interview. I didn't even know when it was going to end. Clearly, AJ had been waiting for that Piles interview for a long time. Kind of irks me a little bit, if I'm being honest. AJ. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You'll redeem
I'm talking
with Piles, but you won't come on BG, dude. What?
Yeah, I'm kind of talking out both sides of my mouth in the sense that I want wrestlers to do more media, to build the whole sport and all that. But I'm just saying, me personally, it's like a little bit of a jinx, me talking at first. The only time I've ever had success is when I did zero talking. And, you know, you hear AJ, he's done a lot of talk all of his life.
AJ looks great, by the way. Looks
He,
great.
the perception is he's great because he just told us he's great. And he said he's poised.
He did look great wrestling Stephen Little. He made Stephen Little look very little. That's what.
What, 2-0? 2-0? Yeah, he tore Stephen Little up. But no, I'm rooting for AJ. I'm not rooting against him or anything. I'm just saying that, you know, Bartlett did that interview and can we just wrestle, please? If I'm head coach, this is. I mean, I just want to win. You guys are all playing with the media. Put your mind on wrestling. If you're going to wrestle like that, Mr. Bartlett, well, obviously we're not focused on the right things here. But okay, now I'm making the Penn State guys mad.
No smiles after the match from Bartlett. Who do you got in the finals here, Hardy? No smiles after the match, yeah, dude. We could talk for a long time, but we gotta move on. Who do you got, Hardy, Von Bar in the finals? I think you got Hardy. I got Hardy, but I don't know.
I got Hardy.
It could be.
And Von Bar, you got to give it to both Minnesota and Illinois. They've looked good in this Big Ten championship.
Yes, they have. And Nebraska. Yeah. Quite a few programs who have looked great. But let's move on to 149, folks, where another Penn State letdown here. Shane Van Ness falls to Cannon Webster in the semis 4-1, and that came down in the final seconds. On the other side, it was Ridge Lovett doing work on Kyle Parko 14-2, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ridge Lovett was 0-3 prior up against Kyle Parko. I did pick Lovett in this in Madness. I thought he figured something out. To your credit, Iowa doesn't look good. Also, Penn State doesn't look good here at 149. This is a crazy weight class.
Yeah. And right now, if you're asking my gut feeling, Lovett's the guy here. Yeah. But he's got to get by Henson. That's another test. And Henson's, I mean, I'd say it's 50-50 Lovett and Henson right now because Lovett's got more skills. Van Ness, that was one of the worst matches I ever seen. Zach, how close did you watch that match?
Not exactly that close because I was trying to update all the graphics.
Dude, he had both legs. I'm thinking, fine, it has to do is just kind of drive forward. Everything's there. I talk about Strachey and how much I love the fact that he knows exactly where he needs to be. And he knows when someone's trying to elevate him or something, like he feels everything and he's never out of position. And here Van Ness is in the position. He's got both legs. The guy's sitting on a seat and it's like, he just gave up. He stopped. And I thought, what the heck is going on here? Like, I couldn't believe it. At that point, I was so angry with them that I thought, okay, you deserve to lose. Because obviously you ain't got your mind on wrestling.
And says he hasn't looked himself for a month.
Yeah, I've seen him look completely different where he's looks unbeatable. And then I seen look like this. So I don't know what to expect. Could Van Ness win a championship? Obviously. He could. He's got the skills. Not wrestling like that. And I don't know what mindset he's in. And, you know, we seen that interview with on Athletor with Gabe Arnold, and he got into why he never wrestled Angelo at the Soldier Salute finals. And there was stuff in the background going on. And he was upset. And we don't even think about that kind of stuff. We don't know what's going on. Maybe he didn't sleep well. Maybe, I don't know. All I know is his wrestling looked like he didn't know how to wrestle at times during that match. And all I can do is hope that it fuels that fire that he's going to need in 2 weeks, because right now, to Lovett and Henson look like that. And I don't know what they're going to do, with the seating there. I'm sure
Seating is going
he's
to
going
be
to have
mayhem at 149.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but Van Ness, maybe he just flat out got out wrestled by Cannon Webster. Maybe it was that, because Webster with the late takedown on the other side. Lovett did flat out wrestle Kyle Parko, folks, and that was pretty unexpected. And I thought last year was Lovett's year. Now I'm starting to think this might be Lovett's year this year, but he does look incredible. Ridge Lovett is my pick to win in the finals. I assume you probably are going with the same there. Any final thoughts on 149?
Well, I have always said that I didn't think Lovett would win. Him and Hamidi, I always said, two incredible wrestlers. I have a feeling they won't ever win. And Lovett's got to solve the Henson puzzle, which he hasn't yet. Well, I think he does have one win over Henson, but Henson's got like two over him, if I'm right. I don't have a computer in front of me or anything, but I will say he certainly does look good. He looks focused, and as far as the Van Nesses and the Parkos, I was always shocked when Parko had wins over Lovett, much less 3 of them. Yeah. And I never that shocked me earlier this year. Well, there was no way I would have called that.
Cole Young in the comments, and maybe even more indicative of that match is that Parko is not winning a national championship. But that's it. That's it for 149. Let's move on 157, folks. And this was just another lot of upsets here. It was Brandon Cannon, the 8th seed in the semis, up against Tommy Askey, the 5 seed, with Cannon beating Askey 10-3. On the other side, it was Antrell Taylor up against Kazak. Kazak, finally a Penn State wrestler coming through and doing his job, does get the fall up against Antrell Taylor, and right now Kazak, Shapiro seem to be lining up for NCAA finals, but for the conference finals, it's Cannon, Kazak. But your thoughts here?
Oh, this is going to be fun because first off, it was fun to see Kazak looking so good, but there was a lot of people in our chat, in our Facebook chat, BEG's Facebook chat. And by the way, people, come join us on BEG. Love to have you. And we also have a chat that you can come join. But there was people in there that said, I called that Cannon.
I did. A lot of people called that against Ethan Miller.
Yeah. Well, who did he beat that last match? The whole run.
Then he beat Ethan Miller, the 1 seed, to make the semifinals, and then Tommy Askey in the semifinals to make the finals. He beat him, and it beat him bad, 10-3.
I'm telling you, as soon as we seen where Sasso started sitting in this Cannon, the very first thing I heard was this incredible story, and I encourage any of you to do a little research to hear the Cannon story. And I don't have the details right now. I know it was serious. I hope I'm not wrong here. I think he had cancer like twice or something, and like he went through some battles. Wow. And I know it was a story that dropped my jaw, and watching that kid wrestle, he is so tough from the top position. I'll just say it, Kazak's going to need his A game. And I know Cannon's rank was only seeded 8th. Forget all of that. Cannon is going to be, and there's another one I'm waiting. We seen Teamer. He's out. I don't know. He might have to wrestle for a 9th place or something. I'm not sure, but Teamer's banged up, and to be fair and maybe tomorrow when we record, we can talk with Terry and get Terry's opinion about Iowa
updates.
I'm busting on Iowa, and I like to bring Terry in, and because Terry's so sensible, me and you get all crazy sometimes. Terry will bring some sense to the whole thing, but it don't look good for Teamer as far as I'm winning a title.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it was funny. The one thing written on the Facebook page is he was a bag thief, the bag thief of the year or something. Somebody called him.
Oh, for how much he got paid to go there. Yeah, that's not that money not
I
well
know,
spent,
I know.
Nichols. Nichols, bad
Oh,
investment
Nichols.
possibly, but we'll see.
Oh,
It's the only
Nichols.
conferences. But I will say, shout out Tom Ryan while we're talking about coaches because he's been holding this gem under his Brandon Cannon gem. We don't know it. All of a sudden, this kid out of nowhere, dude, and he's in the finals. And like you said, Kazak better come with the Z game tomorrow because
Oh yeah.
this Brandon Cannon
Oh
kid
yeah.
is nothing to mess with. I mean, he looked great
And I
today.
tell you,
Fun to watch too.
this is nothing but a fan reading body language, but me reading the teamer body language. Even in a match that I didn't get to see him lose, he lost in overtime in the consies. But the match before that he won in the consies, he was kind of struggling there, and he's got the shoulder,
The big brace on, yeah.
I know he's got the brace on, but right now everything I'm seeing is what's happening in here. And what was happening in here, I've seen guys that were injured that were so dialed in that it's like if they have a Bonnie out in Iowa, I get Teamer to talk to her because his mind's got to get in a different position. Now that's just a fan, and it's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I understand it. They got to get Teamer in the right for him to have any chance, especially if he's banged up some. Because it's like Strachey when he was
He's
banged up
clearly
last
banged
year.
up.
Yeah, and Kale kind of helped set his head straight. Maybe that's all it takes. Somebody to, but I seen
Teamer's
some body
clearly
language.
banged up.
Yep,
I
no
wonder
doubt.
if Iowa has a team psychologist. It's interesting you bring that up. We talked to Dom Zacconi earlier this week. That Campbell has it. Penn State clearly has it. Bonnie might be working overtime tonight, folks. After, I mean, quite frankly, right?
I hope so.
But it's not for Kazak because he's moving on and he's got Cannon in the finals tomorrow, folks. But that takes us to 165, which it's Messenbrink who defeated Montanana 25-8, but it was Bo Montanana with the first takedown, and I thought, what is going on, Penn State? Did Bonnie quit?
That takedown kind of made Mitchell mad, and that Montanana is going to be something, isn't he? I mean,
yeah, he's good.
He's going to be something.
Bourmet has himself
know.
there. Bourmet's building something there in Michigan, folks. Shout out Sean Bourmet. He's got the Montanano brothers. I'm not even probably saying that right, but he's got them, dude.
He's kind of unorthodox, Montanana.
Yeah. Well, and maybe that's how he got that first takedown against unorthodox Messenbrink too, right? I mean, that was I was like, what? But yeah, Messenbrink came back and just did him bad, like we all expected. But then on the other side, Caliendo defeats Scholes 22-7. This is a chalk bracket, really. There. I mean, you talked about really. I guess the Montanana kid was the story of this bracket. Anything else here?
Well, I mean, first off, we're going to stick with this 65. Don't get me wrong. Don't get confused here. I wanted to ask you, does Bird beat Ayala?
I think that's very possible, yeah. So
okay,
I see where you're getting at here. Iowa has no...
What's the chances that Caliendo can... No, he can't, right?
No. Caliendo's not beating Messenbrink. Messenbrink just got a wake-up call with Montana taking him down. It might have been a wake-up call, dude. Like seriously. I don't think there's zero chance. There's zero chance Caliendo, but is beating Messenbrink. But
it's been 4 matches, and it's maybe 2 techs, maybe 3 techs, and a major. And if you were asking me, I want to give Caliendo some credit and somehow keep it to a major, but I can't say nothing is impossible because, like I said, we've seen the Van Ness match. Dagon Van Ness tore Webster up and then comes back and loses to him.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a lot of unexpected things, but yeah, so it's possible. You know, you and Cornell Kevin all year been saying Messenberg can't. He's the most guy. He's impossible to lose, even more than Stevenson. And I said, no, that's crazy because at that weight class, dude, you had just have a bad day at 165, you could lose. And but all right, let's go. Let's move. Let's roll, baby, because we roll. Let's roll in 174. Levi defeats or BEG Dog of the Year of 2024, Patrick Kennedy. Patrick Kennedy, shout out. He works, though, man. He's always fun to watch. And shout out Levi.
Yeah.
Also shout out Levi's sister, who just won a Pennsylvania State Championship in PA. Is it Zoe?
Zoe, yes.
Zoe Haynes. And don't mess with her.
Do you have that?
I don't have the
do
clip.
you got that
I don't have the
video?
clip. I don't have the clip ready, but we'll put it on the next. Yeah,
you were watching play it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll play it.
Yeah,
tomorrow,
I filmed her getting the pin in the state finals.
Yep,
you seen that coming from a mile away.
Yeah, it was not even close, and I'm pretty sure she can take out at least half of our fantasy wrestling group too. But
Carter Strachey is not flashy, but I've said multiple times how I absolutely love the recliner. The daggone recliner. This guy is just never out of. I don't know how somebody's going to beat him. Well, guess who his prototype is? Levi Haynes. Levi Haynes. Good luck getting him out of position. He's so good at feeling his weight, and that's why he has such a finishing percentage. I mean, he gets in, he finishes, and it's just the little stuff, and he senses when someone's trying to throw him, and he senses things before they happen. It's just a feel, and both Strachey and Levi are so brilliant at it, and neither one are tremendously flashy. They're not a Jason Nolf, but I tell you, they're just if Strachey is the recliner, then. I don't know what to call
the couch.
I don't know what to call Levi.
I don't know. It was a match of two workhorses though. Levi and Patrick Kennedy, with Levi prevailing on the other side. Pinto and Bernagle with Pinto prevailing. 9-8. That was a tight match on the other side. So it's going to be Haynes Pinto in the final. Go ahead.
And because Nebraska is so close, I was obviously rooting for Dan Bernagle. Dude, you got the match won. Seconds left. What are your feet so slow? You don't have a stall against you? Your feet are so slow you can't run? How in the world does Pinto get in that deep on you when all you have to do is literally turn and run for 5 seconds?
Crazy. I went to review,
that
right?
Was
and
absolutely crazy. And it kind of kudos to Pinto for doing it. And I was happy for Nebraska. Obviously, I guarantee Iowa wasn't upset for any chance of passing Nebraska for second place. Nebraska's got some. They put some distance on Iowa.
Yeah, they got a pretty large lead.
I don't think Iowa's going to catch them. Iowa will be third place in the Big Ten. You remember when they used to be disgusted when they get third place at nationals? Well, now we're how many millions is it, Bobby Nichols?
All right. How many shots you going to take at Iowa tonight, dude? Oh, my goodness. Just because you're sour doesn't mean you got to take it out on all the rest of us. Oh, my goodness. Before we move on.
I'm just kidding, Iowa.
To 184. Shout out Levi. Shout out Gettysburg Wrestling, folks. That's where we're from, and that's where Levi Haynes' sister just won a state championship at, and that's where I'm working to get my son Joseph Wayne in.
Hey, can I cut in right
Gettysburg,
now?
We're coming.
We got a fan. We have a fan, and he posts a lot on his on our chat, and Vincent is his name. Dude, it kind of reminds me of the Hayneses. This guy's daughter was camp. His son just won his first state champ. Congrats to Vincent and the entire family. That's awesome. I joked and I said, "Daggone, your career should be you should be out there impregnating, wrestling loving wannabe mothers with the daggone."
Oh man!
Daggone,
All right, yeah. Go out there.
daggone.
You need to be
This
like
guy
Elon
spits
Musk.
nothing out but state champs.
He needs to be like Elon Musk. Just start throwing kids out there, baby. They're like wrestlers all over the place. That's what we need more of them. But no. All right. Well, okay. I threw me off
Maybe
a
it's
little
her.
bit. Yeah, I don't know. But listen,
Could be mom.
could be mom.
No,
Probably
it's
is
both
likely
of them.
mom. Likely
Congrats
is mom.
to both Vincent and mom over
Listen, BG
ahead,
Wrestling, we're
Zach.
coming, Gettysburg. I'm bringing my son there. Boy, we are coming because clearly they know how to coach. Levi, you got you know what I mean? Okay, anyway, moving on. 184, folks. Carter Sirachi up against Jackson Smith, who Jackson Smith knocks off Gabe Arnold. The matchup we were all looking forward to. We wanted it. Carter Sirachi, Gabe Arnold to talk. We don't get it. I actually predicted it in Madness, but Jackson Smith looks great, by the way. He actually gave Carter a good fight. Sirachi only beat him 12-2. That was a tough fought match. Shout out Jackson Smith. On the other side, Edmund Ruth up against Max McAnally, and Max McAnally, dude, has dominated people. Dominates Ed Ruth 11-3. And dude, look out, Carter Sirachi. I mean, because this freshman McAnally on the other side, it might be a good thing Carter graduates after his 5th year this year, because this kid's coming. Also, look out, Angelo. You stay true, stay training, Angelo. This McAnally is dangerous.
He is that, and I can't wait for tomorrow to just see how dangerous. Here's the real fun. Can McAnally beat Sirachi? Now that's all come back down to earth now. However, think about the future. The McAnallys against the Angelos.
That's what I'm.
And
yeah.
we got. Oh, I can't wait to see that. And as far as Arnold, the kid's got skills, no doubt. And I mean, he needs to get more offense going. He's not at that top echelon yet, but he's young, and we'll see. I mean, I kind of I root for Arnold. I kind of like.
I like Arnold.
Sounds like a
he needs to get offense. He needs to get offense, man. Yeah. But
he needs to get an offense. Yeah. And he's pretty tough on top.
10.
And that was a great match with Jackson Smith.
Yeah,
that was a very great match. You got to give credit to Jackson Smith. Like I'm busting on the Van Nesses and Bartletts, and I'm not taking time to give enough credit to the people that beat them. So at some point, you got to give. Hey, they wanted it worse, but and we'll see. Maybe Arnold will be down more at 74. Of course, he still has Kennedy to deal with, but I don't know what's all going to happen there. We've talked about that in the past. But as far as tomorrow, it's going to be fun to watch. But I'm here to tell you, Zach, there ain't a chance. There is not a chance. The recliner is going to be
Carter recliner Sirachi. Yeah.
The recliner is going to be in total
Maybe the question
control.
Is how bad? How bad is it? What's your final score prediction there?
Now, it could get, if we seen, what was it, 3-1 with Angelo, and Carter was so close to getting some takedowns there. And I think that's going to be kind of a feather in Angelo's cap as far as it's going to be worse than that against McAnally. Maybe
okay.
Maybe 6-2, 6-1, something like that, Carter. But I wouldn't be shocked if Carter ends up putting a major on him. But I can't wait for next year already for some of the matchups.
184 next year will be fun, folks. We got a lot to look forward to, and we get a barometer of McAnally and Ferrari. Where do they stand with McAnally going up against Carter? So we'll get a little taste of that. But That takes us, folks, to 197. It was Buchanan defeating Bernagle. The Bernagle Bros, dude, doing work. Illinois doing work. Another shout out. But Buchanan is just up here on this level, 4-0. On the other side, Cardenas revenges his defeat to Barr, 4-1 in sudden victory. Again, Penn State fans on the mat. And now we got Buchanan, Cardenas. Go ahead.
I wasn't as mad at Barr as I was Bartlett and Van Ness. But let me just say, dude, you got to open it up. And I'm sure you don't need some trucker fan to tell you that. You already know that. The coaches are going to say that. But he almost planned it to be that kind of match because he never took a committed shot. And I don't care if you got to swim to get in closer, whatever. You got to make a committed attempt to get a takedown. And don't get in a match with Cardenas as, okay, let's take it to overtime. And then, no, don't. Dude, you got to go beat a guy like that. You got lucky the first time around. Admit it. You got lucky. It was Cardenas's mistake why you won the last time.
Fair point.
This time, you decide that, okay, let's take it to overtime. It reminded me of the old Bartlett days. And, no. Get hungrier. Go get it. I still believe Barr has the skills to win. The percentages aren't as high as, some of the, I would say probably I would give Lillidahl a better chance at winning than Barr.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Lillidahl because I was just going to parallel Barr to Lillidahl. Like maybe this is one of those lessons that Barr needed to learn. Because he beat earlier, like Lillidahl did earlier this year. Maybe maybe this was the best thing for Barr, losing this match because
that's perfectly said, son. That is perfectly said.
I mean, because listen, he does got to get it more aggressive. And AJ called him out, and now I kind of want to ask you, like, boy, where does this 197 with AJ winning and dominating and looking and telling us that he weighs 220, 225 and just physically looks bigger than everyone? Like, can Barr beat AJ? I don't know now. Probably not. Can Cardenas beat? Probably not. Buchanan, AJ's already thrown him around in the past. Is AJ like the dude here at 197?
I would say, if you're asking me, I'd say 33% Buchanan, 33% AJ, and 33% the field, but mostly Cardenas and Barr. Yeah. But them four obviously are the biggest threats. And as far as AJ, no doubt he's got the athletic ability, the strength, all the work he's talking, all the talk. AJ, as you get older, you'll learn that. Just you know what? Just show it. How about that?
Oh, yes, how about now?
Talk about your favorite food or your favorite pet if you want to talk, but just show all the stuff that you're kind of used to. Of course. We like that, don't we, Zach?
He is. And I want more of it, dude. And you want more of it too, dude. You just don't like it because he ain't at Penn State.
I know. Get out of here. Gabe Arnold mentioned Strachey months ago. We still haven't forgotten about it, and it's been fun thinking about it. Although, we'll probably will never see that match. But anyway, take that away, AJ. Keep talking. We love it, and the sport needs it, and all that.
I like
stuff.
Your breakdown. 33%. Go ahead, finish up. I like your 33%, 33%, 33%. I like that.
I tell you right now, don't be surprised if Cardenas knocks off Buchanan tomorrow. And your mom's home, Jack. She just got home from work. Wow. The nurse just got home.
Hey,
hi, dear.
Hey, love you, Mom. All right, let's wrap it up, folks. Let's move to heavyweight.
Okay. Yes.
Mom's home.
All right, here's the big thing. So I make a wager with your brother and I've mentioned this before, that he doesn't think anyone will get within 4 points of Gable. And I will admit now in front of everyone, Gable is incredible. His athletic ability, his movement, and all that. And I like how he's reaching out and trying, signing stuff for kids, trying to be helpful with the sport. Kind of maybe he's turned himself around from what maybe he used to be. I still think I'm going to win that bet, Zach. I think Kirk will be.
Okay. Hold on. Feldman, hold on. There's something with Feldman.
Shock people.
There's something with Feldman.
I'll tell you
Stevenson and Feldman style. Stevenson struggles with Feldman style. There's something about Feldman, dude. Second time this year, right? It's like the new version of Anthony Cassar.
Cale gave this interview, and he said he is really good. I never heard Cale give that emphasis before, and that just stuck about Kirk, and it stuck with me. And it's like, whoa! I don't think I've ever heard Cale put kind of emphasis. Cale's kind of monotone, and he had a little emphasis there. And all I know is, yeah, Stevenson's the real, Mr. Everything and all that. And what would your guess be of the score tomorrow?
I think it's probably about the same what he did to Feldman, 15-4. I'd go with that. Yeah, what?
No,
I don't think Stevenson. No. First of all, I think there's something with Feldman that's got Stevenson a little bit.
I think that hit you took in football is starting to resurface. Now, look, there ain't no way it's going to be 15-4. 9-4, you could sell 9-4 to me, but no.
Yeah, okay.
Believe me.
And 9-4 sounds more accurate. Yeah. No, I take it back. Kirk's gonna pin him. I mean, Stevenson's gonna pin Kirk. Can I go with that?
Whew. No, that ain't gonna happen. And that's the thing about, by the way, I got one little rant here. Wrestling is so good at shooting themselves in the foot. And Pam, don't do that. The dog's gonna go nuts. Well, listen. Pennsylvania states, if something major is happening, like the Big Ten championship, or forget the Big Ten, all the conference championships. What I'm mad about, Zach, I couldn't even watch Pennsylvania State finals today.
I know.
They were happening at the exact same time. Now, come on.
I had to have 3-4 screens up, different screens going today, so I could. And I'm now trying to watch a quad view here, a quad view there. PA State's here. It's unbelievable. Let's break it up a little bit, wrestling, please. Yes.
Common sense. Please.
I cannot.
And we've heard the argument. Don't try to compete with March Madness, and that's a whole nother argument. But when you're competing against other wrestling, having finals at the exact same time that the conference championships, when next weekend, everyone that loves wrestling knows, guess what happens next weekend? Nothing. So we could have our state championships right then. Yeah. And, it's like, don't shoot yourself in the foot. We need to help ourselves all we can. Okay, I'm done my little rant there. Now, I got one more thing I want to talk about, Zach, and you're going to be able to help me here. Great. We've had so much fun, and I'm just joking. It's just luck, people. It is luck. It's luck that when I turn on my Madness and I see that I'm number 24 out of 681 people, and I'm second place. And in the BG League and the Madness OG League and Matt Talk. Oh, by the way, I got to say one more thing about Matt Talk. Matt Talk this week, it was like when I first met your mom. I thought I loved her, and then time passed, and then I knew I loved her. Like when we first dated, I told people, yeah, I love her. It was only till later that, you know what? I actually do love her. That's kind of my relationship with Matt Talk. I did love Matt Talk. This week, I fell in love with Matt Talk. So I encourage you people, sign up for matttalk.com.
Jason Bryant, Matt Talk. Even if it's not love at first sight, folks. you will truly fall in love.
Oh,
Right?
dude, it was so awesome because I'm starting this new job. I don't have time to go searching the whole day going internet. And Matt Talk puts it everything there, and I fell in love with it. But now let me get back to my subject. I'm almost done, Zach. I promise. Madness. I look at this madness. I'm second place, and I think I'm a big old bag of chips, but I'm just lucky. It's just fun. It's fun. But Zach, are they for nationals? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the boys at nationals is they're going to have a little bit of a charge to participate in the nationals. They didn't charge us all year long. Do you know how much work they put in? Am I right there, Zach? I think it's like $4, $5, something like that. And it
I don't
makes
know
me think of
exactly,
it.
but I'll say
Maybe we got
this.
to get Madness on.
We will. They're coming on
Maybe
next week, and
tomorrow.
I'll say this, and to go off of your point there, Madness. Listen, folks, for the NCAA finals, Madness is having, I believe they're having like a paid NCAA finals championships, maybe $4.99. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know BEG Wrestling, we're having ours, and I believe we're going to have a paid section in the BEG Wrestling that it will include a BEG. And I'm working with Madness. We don't have final details, but we're going to put a collaborated prize together. It's going to have a prize for the winner of, I don't know if it's the overall Madness plus the BEG, but whatever it's going to be, folks, we got a lot of prizes we need and things we need to hand out with Madness, NCAA Finals, the 10,000 subscribers. So I'm working with Madness. We have a gift package. You want to make sure you go to Wrestle Madness and log in. That way you can participate in this because there will be prizes here for the NCAAs.
Yes, and here's what I want to say is we've had so much fun, lots of people, and it's growing all year long. Whole thing's been completely free. I guarantee in the background, it's a ton of work for them to carry this out, and they've done it flawlessly. We fell in love with Madness. So now we come to the time where you want to get a $5 bill out to show appreciation. I get waiters and waitresses that do a crappy job. I still tip them. And I can give you examples galore where I'm throwing money out. Here's something that brought true joy, fun, and entertainment to me for the entire wrestling season. And will I be throwing a $5 bill their way? No, I'll probably throw more. Because I think you can uh, I think
Tip,
it's like
buy a
$5
beer or
for the
something. You can
first
buy them a beer
entry
at the
and a
website.
dollar,
But yeah, if we want to get
a
and talk
dollar
about the
for every.
tipping culture, let's talk about the
We'll
tipping
get
culture.
them on.
It's completely out of line. And yeah,
We'll get them on to clarify this. So, and I'll do my sales job there. But I wanted to bring it up now that if you love BEG, we are literally urging you. Let's support these guys right here. They're supplying some fun and really added an element to wrestling that just improved this. And
yeah.
I love them guys. I love them guys, and I'm gonna talk about that the whole way up to
Well,
the
I got a
nationals.
shirt for you next time I see you. And yes, you said it best. It adds an element to the sport, a fantasy element. That's what we all love, dude. We all love gambling. We all love fantasy. That's what it's all about. Tomorrow, folks, is the finals, the constellations. I don't know what time it all exactly starts, but it's all on Big Ten Plus, whatever it is. But, folks, it was a day. We had ourselves a day of mayhem, a day of wrestling. And if you don't think wrestling's exciting, dude, you did not watch today, man. This sport is growing. We got in this at the right time, Dad. Hot dog. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
I don't tell you this. I appreciate everything. You do everything. All I do is sit down and talk. And a lot of times I may annoy you while I'm talking. But the work you put in, I appreciate. I appreciate Cornell, Kevin. I would appreciate Terry and everyone that helps us on the Facebook. Dom, that was such a great
our newest
episode.
member, yep.
I love Dom, and I want to talk about Tay Gadiali coming up soon, but that's coming. We got other stuff coming, but I'll just say I really enjoyed your last episode where it was Dom, you, and Kevin, and That's the actual real episodes. This is just dad,
Instant
son,
reactions.
fan.
Well, this is how we started, folks. Folks, this is
Opinion
how we
now.
started. But that doesn't mean, and you see it, we are growing and we are expanding and we're bringing you more and more wrestling content with everything we can do. So, folks, finals tomorrow. We didn't even touch on the Big 12s. That was incredible. But until next time, we'll be back tomorrow, right? Tomorrow night, live again, folks. PG Wrestling, another live reaction will be back. So make sure you like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.